And we have a start. You can see Harvard throwing in a few more strokes than Yale, who's rowing a little bit lower. And it looks like Harvard's taking a couple seats right off the go. Justin Lobo has got to tell his guys, we need a little bit more. All we got to do is start crawling back up the Harvard stern deck. Yeah. And they know they're going to have some good water as they come into the lee of the eastern shore, or the western shore, sorry.
So Harvard's still rowing 37 now. Yale's 33.
That push didn't work. They've got one more chance to do it.
So the rock is in sight. Every oarsman knows when that rock is there. There's only 20 strokes to go.
That's 9 minutes down, less than a minute to go.
38.
There's going to be one more push from Yale. All the seniors in there.
So still 2 feet separating these two crews. Harvard is holding that box on bow position. Getting tight. Referee close behind.
They've got to go now as they go past the rock.
The rock.
Maybe 15 strokes to go. 9.5 minutes down.
So now Yale has moved again.
They are going again.
Bowman on the Yale box. Getting very close. Yale's run out of water here.
Yep.
You can see the Harvard crew shortening up, but just getting those strokes in as they come in here. Here is the line. And they're both through.
2.2.
Andy had 2.2 on that.
Well, that was one darn exciting race.
That was a fantastic race.
No good.
They're off. That was, as Andy said, that was a quick start. The aligner's flag went up and the starter's flag went down.
Once again, the same pattern as in the 2-mile race. Harvard taking a half a length lead.
Harvard stepping out quickly at 46. Yale at 42. So this is sort of... So Harvard got a little in those first few strokes, but I don't see much action now. I see these boats racing.
Yale rowing a little bit lower. They're starting to move.
Lower, definitely rowing lower. Just watch your link on that.
Yeah, both crews locked in. Harvard's still sitting about a half a length up.
Yeah,
we're just about a minute into the race.
So a lot of seniors in this Harvard boat. A lot of seniors who want to end their season and their career at Harvard on a high note.
4 minutes down, coming into the mile mark. Water is significantly better now.
Yep, getting some protection here.
Yale making a little press.
Yale seems to be moving a little.
Yep, they moved the seat.
Yep, or more, maybe the whole deck. Here we have the
Harvard through
1
now.
mile mark.
4:35. Yale 4:38.
Okay, and I think you said 4:42 for the mile of the 3Bs, which is actually quite a bit faster. Yeah, Harvard seems to be. That was a nice push of Harvard, sort of reestablish themselves, give them the confidence that they can make a move.
Yale just won't go away, though.
Right at 35.5.
It just won't go away. Harvard can't get clear water on them. Oh, it's a great race.
It's a great race. Absolutely.
Now the water is glass, as you can probably see.
Harvard is neither crew using cadence. Harvard third now. Yale is almost brought it even now. From our perspective, the sterns are about even. Harvard just up by half a seat.
Yale 35. And I think Yale might have an inch.
Come on, Harvard. Now you've got to go. You've got to go. You have to respond now.
Here we go, half mile. They're through in about 11:52.
Even going through the half mile.
They certainly took on the challenge of the Harvard crew.
Yeah, they've got.
Who led them for most of the way. What a great race. 14:27 or so.
I have 14:28. 14:28 and 14:32 on official time. There they go. We have both captains in the stroke seats. And that itself is unusual. Okay, going by the bridge abutments here. This is not a Harvard start. This is an even start. If anything, I'd say.
Well, the story's a little different than the previous two. Harvard unable to
Yale just
rock it out in the first 30 seconds.
Just putting their nose out now. Yep. So this is a very different pattern.
Yale 38, 37 and a half.
And Harvard.
That's also different than what we've seen in the
and Harvard at 37.
Races.
So that's a difference too. And Yale putting themselves out there early on in this race, showing a great deal of confidence. So Harvard now at 35.
Yeah, Yale 34 and a half, 34. Don't quite have open water yet.
We're just coming on the half-mile mark, so early days. But Harvard can't let them get open water. They have to stay in the game. Under 34 maybe at Yale, and Harvard is, by the looks of it, right at 34. So there have been comebacks over the years, but these crews, I would say, without insulting the crews of the past, are a little more professional.
Well, nobody's paid, you understand?
No, but more higher level of training, training over the summer, big guys.
Right.
Yeah, so some of the upsets in the other years have been people passing out or just running out of steam. That just doesn't seem to happen at this level.
Right. Well, for this race particular, the guys obviously are very fit, as are Harvard, but they have a commanding lead. They know how to row. It's rhythmical.
And so they're thinking about next year, but mostly they're right now thinking about staying in this race.
Right.
And doing honor to themselves and their teammates. And Yale has moved, but not as decisively. We're past the 2-mile mark. Didn't get a split for you there. Apologize, but looks like it's 2.5 boat lengths maybe. And that was a little bit of give up that maybe Harvard didn't have to do in that last half mile, or that Yale wanted to do. Okay. Well, this is a great event. It is the oldest intercollegiate event in U.S. sports. It's been continued on in a spirit of true amateurism. It's not bothered by the NC2A or by people selling tokens.
Now, that's a loaded word there, saying bothered by. But it would appear that Yale will take the Sexton Cup here on the River Thames. And there it is, unofficially 1914. The 1926 12-second win.